Oh, big balls here. These were the two. I thought that they could swing their balls a little bit. So.
Alright.
I'm good, thank you.
What are you filming for?
Pardon?
What are you filming for?
For my own purpose.
What purpose is that?
My own.
Pardon?
My own.
Right, okay. I'll come out and speak.
Do I need a purpose to film?
Huh?
Do I need a purpose to film?
Well, normally you do.
No, I don't.
Just let the time get out.
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself?
Show the numbers there. 1171 NA.
If you could actually say what the numbers are, please. Not
Yep.
everyone can actually read them.
1171 NA. No
Thank
worries.
you.
So what's the purpose of filming today?
For my own purpose.
Yeah, what's the purpose?
My own purpose.
Just what's the purpose? then?
Because I want to film.
Okay. Obviously, when we see people filming outside, we get a little bit worried.
Yeah.
Because there's terrorism, things like that.
Okay, so
That's
you're calling
why
me
we
a
asked.
terrorist?
I'm asking your purpose.
Okay. Well then, can you tell me then the last time when a police station was actually hit by a terrorist?
Well, that's not the point.
Okay.
Is it?
Yes, it is the point, because it's predominantly, okay, it will be the public that will get hit by a terrorist, not the police.
I think that's incorrect.
No, it's not incorrect. You've only got to look at past events, okay, and you will actually see that. And
Okay.
then when you
About
look at the
PCP
last police
drama.
station, the last police station that actually
About
got hit by a
PCP
From the very first moment, this case unfolds like a storm waiting to break. The air feels tense, the stakes feel real, and every expression hints that something much bigger is beneath the surface. As the initial scene opens, you can sense that both sides are preparing for a confrontation they know won't end quietly. The atmosphere is heavy, almost cinematic, and you can tell that whatever begins here will shape everything that follows.
bomb, okay, was in
I got stabbed by a
1972.
terrorist. How about that?
Okay, yeah, that was a stabbing.
Yeah, that's a terrorist act.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So then, if that's the case, then should we then talk about a certain officer that killed a young woman when he
That
was
wasn't
in
a
uniform?
terrorist act.
No, but that was a member of the
correct.
police. That was a member of the police, okay, that actually killed a member of the public.
Right.
Okay.
So what's
So,
the point of that and terrorism?
because it's my right, okay,
I'm not saying it's
to
not your
film,
right, but I'm asking
okay,
why you're filming.
because I can.
Yeah, but for what reason? So you've come
My
out here
own
today-
reason. My
you've
own
come out
reason.
here today,
I don't need to explain to you why I want to film.
But we're asking you why. I mean, we've got powers under the Terrorist Act.
What,
to
section
search
43?
You, to search you.
And
to
if
search
you
your
use
phone.
section 43, okay, it will be unlawful for one.
For why?
Okay,
Why is
because
that?
it's my lawful right.
Right.
And if you actually read the actual memo that got sent by the IOPCC,
Okay.
IOPCC, sorry, back in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
right, it will actually state that people can actually film a police station,
Yeah.
okay, police staff, police vehicles, okay, and section 43 should not be used, okay, in
But
that
what about
actual
hostile
event.
reconnaissance? What about that?
Okay.
What
Do you-
what if we see you filming outside a police station?
Okay, well
and it
then,
could be
well
viewed
then,
as
let me put
hostile
it to you this way.
reconnaissance?
I'll put it very bluntly. Okay, if you believe, okay, that it is, okay, then if you contact the counter-terrorism
Well, we haven't
squad.
got time for that. If it's
Well, no.
terrorism,
If
then
you
we haven't
believe
got
that,
time
if
for
you,
that.
well, I'm just standing here.
Right.
Okay, if
What
you
do think
believe,
the
if you
terrorist does?
believe that, okay, then you contact them.
Well, no.
Okay, but
so I'm
also
looking
as well,
at my
what are
camera,
your
you-
reasonable grounds? What
Right,
are your
so you're
reasonable
outside,
grounds?
So you've waited for a van to come out. How do I know you're not going to run in when you're filming a police station? What for? It could be for the exits.
Well, this is
it
a
could be
public
for the
footpath.
entrances.
This is a public
But you ain't-
footpath.
That's not a public.
It makes no difference. I
That's
can film.
private.
I can film.
Yeah, so we've come out. We're asking
Hang on, you
why.
say that that's private, okay? That is owned by the public.
But it's
Okay.
private. You need a pass to get in.
Who's going
It's
in?
not- it's
I'm
not
not getting in.
public ground.
I'm not getting in.
So I've asked you.
You made a
why
presumption
are you-
that I may
why-
go in.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, you
We
made a
can't-
presumption.
We can't take that chance because
Yeah, I know.
apparently terrorists don't attack us. They do. I
Okay.
just gave you an example, haven't I? A few
Yeah,
years ago.
and then should we then talk about actual people then that get abused by the police on a daily basis?
Is that what you're filming for?
Okay.
Are you seeing if police are abusing people within the facility?
Well, yeah, you tried to say about using section 43, okay, and
Well,
that would have
then
been
you
an
brought-
abuse
you-
of power.
Well, it's not an abuse of
You-
power.
To this. Section pulls us directly into the clash as the argument escalates and voices sharpen. You can see the frustration boiling over, the accusations flying in rapid succession, and neither side willing to take even a single step back. The pace quickens, and the tension becomes almost tactile, like the situation could tip into chaos at any second. Every gesture, every word, every glance feels heavier.
You said the Terrorism Act, yeah, which is a completely lawful activity. It's a completely lawful activity.
Right.
It's a lawful activity. It makes no difference. Good afternoon.
Hello, have you spoken to one of our colleagues earlier?
I've spoken to several of your colleagues.
At the police station, yeah?
Yeah.
That is in out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Could you identify yourself for me, please?
PC McKenna, 1263.
Thank you very much.
Why do you get so anti when police come and speak to you?
I'm not anti.
Surely it's a good thing.
No. I've had several
buildings.
good interactions here today.
Right.
Okay, with 3 other officers.
Okay.
I've had some really nice interactions with them.
Okay. So you're
Right,
saying this isn't
and
a
not
nice
not one of them even attempted to bring up to do with terrorists.
Well, the first thing
Not
I see
one of
when
them.
people come outside a police building and start filming, that's the first thing I see. That's what I think. That's it.
Well, then you need to actually rethink your actual mindset, okay?
I don't think so.
Well, yes, you do, okay? And when you see a member of the public, whether or not they're filming or not, okay, maybe if you actually approach and say, can I help you, okay, like you did when you stuck your head out the
Yeah, I
van,
did.
okay, but then it should be, okay, is there anything else I can do for you, whatever, okay? I should be allowed to carry on and do what I'm lawfully allowed to
I've
do,
allowed you to. You've been filming me for ages.
okay,
So I've allowed you to.
okay? Well, it's not about you allowing me to,
You've just told me to allow you to.
it's not about you allowing me to, it's something that I'm rightfully within my rights to do so.
Right, okay. You've just told me to allow you to. I have for about 10 minutes now. So.
Okay.
What's your first name?
I won't give my name.
Okay. What are you auditing? Just out of interest.
Pardon?
You're auditing, right?
I am,
What
correct.
Are you auditing?
A public building, okay, and a public service.
What is it? Just the amount of police officers that come out, or the vehicles? Or
No, just whatever I can see. Just whatever I can see. Whether or not a vehicle comes out, okay, an officer comes out, makes no difference. I'll film whatever I can
Is
see.
it just police stations you do, or do you go into any other?
Any public service.
So like a library? Would you go to
Okay,
a library?
yep.
Fire brigade?
Yep.
Okay. I'm literally just
Yeah. No,
scoping.
it's anything that the
finding out.
public. It's anything that the public pay for.
And what do
Okay,
you do
that's a
with
public
that
service.
information?
It all depends. It all depends.
On what you see?
Yeah, I use it for my own personal interest.
Okay. And how many hours do you put in a week?
The confrontation deepens into a more serious standoff. The tone shifts, no longer just irritation, but full-blown defiance. One side is visibly pushing their claim harder, while the other side grows increasingly defensive, refusing to accept a single point without challenge. You can practically feel the pressure building, as if the next few moments will determine whether this dispute explodes completely or barely whole.
Would you say?
That's irrelevant to how many hours I put in.
Oh. Do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it, yeah. So because at the moment, and especially with the Met, and then even then if you look at homicide police, okay, there is a massive divide between the public and the police.
Yeah,
There is a
unfortunately.
massive divide,
Yeah.
okay, and that divide is something that needs to be closed because we need a police force
agree.
without
I
any
agree
shadow of
completely.
doubt. It's very important that we have one.
Yeah. It's a good relationship.
Okay.
That's why initially PCSOs were introduced. Initially.
Yeah, but then now there's loads of mixed views to do with that, okay, whether or not that was the actual right thing or was it actually about actually trying to get trained officers in.
What do you mean? trained officers.
Well, no,
they're civil, weren't they? But
yeah, okay,
I used to
they're,
be, so-
they're not in the same level as you guys as constables.
No.
They're not in the same level.
They don't have the same powers.
yeah, Correct.
as such. Yeah, it's not that
Okay.
they've got their own job. It's not the same level. It's just that they don't.
Yeah,
have
they've been
the
put
same
in
powers. The bridge.
as a replacement, okay, to what used to be the whole old home beat officers, okay, where they go out onto different estates.
That's
okay,
you've
and
kind
try
of
and
got them. You've
engage.
got safer neighbourhoods, haven't you?
Yeah.
So then you've got the PCSOs that attach to the safer neighbourhoods. The majority of them, not all of them, obviously, and they're trying to bridge that gap. So is that what you're trying to look into then?
Well, yeah, it's to see how the police actually feel, okay, to do with it. And that's why I said I've had some good interactions where an officer came out to me. He turned around and went, "You're auditing." I went, "Yes."
Do you
And
understand,
then
do you understand why we come up and question you?
yeah,
There's
but-
a lot of people that, as you've already said, there's a lot of people that really don't like us.
Yep, I welcome any interaction. But as soon as you try and say about the Terrorist Act, okay, and all the rest of it, okay, then that is when, okay, it won't go down the same line as what a normal civil conversation would have
But
been.
that's what we're trying to notice, and that's what it is linked with, because people gathering information from police buildings, and then they use that information and unfortunately become quite destructive.
Well,
and
any
do
place
things.
really. It could be a tube station, train station.
Yeah, well,
or
just
go in
remember,
video.
everything that I'm filming now, okay, can also be seen on Google Earth,
Right.
okay? The only difference is,
In this segment, the situation edges into a critical turning point. Tempers flare, statements are delivered with sharp conviction, and the environment turns heated enough to make bystanders uneasy. It's the kind of moment where every second matters, where a single misstep or wrong word could send everything spiraling. The conflict now feels less like an argument and more like a showdown fueled by pride, pressure, and deep
is the actual interaction, okay, between myself and officers, because I can see the whole police station and everything from Google Earth.
But
You'll be
Okay.
able to see how
many
officers
people come in and out, what
and
times
that's
the
obviously
people
what
come
we're
in and
doing
out.
our job.
I'm-
I'm curious just to
I
to
don't
know what
care
you're
how many officers go in and out. I don't care what times they go in and out.
Okay.
I'm not here for that.
But when I came out, straight away I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" And you didn't want to tell me. But if you just said, "I do an audit, I do it on all public buildings," then it would have
But
been.
I
a different
don't have to
interaction, wouldn't it?
justify what I'm doing.
But I'm asking you a question. Just
Yes.
like if we walked past in the street and you wanted to ask me a question,
Yeah.
I'd answer it.
And I said, what did I turn around and say to you what I was doing?
A purpose.
Okay?
That's it.
For my own interest.
Yeah.
Okay?
No, you didn't say
Okay.
your own interest. You said a purpose.
Yeah, my own purpose.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you look at it, my own purpose is my own business.
Right.
Okay? And if I don't wish to tell you what that business is, I do not have to tell you what that business is.
Okay, but when you're videoing places like this, you
Yeah.
can't like get all angsty when people come
Okay,
and ask you.
so then,
'Cause it's our job
so
to
then,
come and ask and
so
make sure
then,
it's safe.
so then, do you go up to everybody then that's filming Buckingham Palace, okay, and 10 Downing Street,
That's not my
okay,
job
and
to do
stop
that.
them all,
That's not my job
okay?
to do that.
Do you go round to every single place, like even then when you look at the Olympic Park, okay, that's not far from here, even then when you look at that, okay, do you walk up to everyone that's got a camera,
It's not my job again,
okay?
is it?
Do you walk up to everyone
But
who
this
you
is
can
just-
see with a
this is just
phone?
a normal police station, isn't it?
Yep, and this
So
is
we've
just,
come out,
and
you're
I'm just a
stood near
normal
the
member of the
gates.
public with a phone.
The first thought is, well, why is he filming? And that's what's come last year.
Okay, so and that's why I said to you that instead of actually doing it exactly as you done, okay, and you've been very polite and very professional, and I will say that, and that's how a conversation should be fully conducted, exactly how it was with the other officers that I spoke to previously.
So what's your plan for the rest of the day? You're going to carry on monitoring?
I have no idea yet. I have
Okay.
no idea. I
Just so
just
you
take
know
it.
that
I just
obviously-
take it stage by stage.
I only know because I've spoken to the officers that stopped you earlier. If you continue to film, probably more officers are going to ask you what you're doing.
And that's fine. That's fine. And I welcome any interaction.
Well, you didn't really welcome mine, but no worries.
Well, maybe you should look at the way that you actually approach first.
But you said I was fine in the van. and I
Okay,
said
yeah,
I'm just
and it
gonna
was
jump
when you
out
got
the
out,
seat.
and it was when you got out, your tone changed.
Right. You
Okay.
said it was when I mentioned the terrorism.
This part intensifies as both sides double down, neither willing to lose ground. You see the tension rise as explanations turn into accusations, and every attempt at clarification only seems to inflame things further. It becomes clear that, emotionally, both parties have crossed a line of no return. The stakes feel higher, the voices grow sharper, and the scene carries the weight of a dispute that has gone far beyond simple disagreement
Okay.
Which was a good 10 minutes
Yeah.
into the conversation.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. The camera footage will actually show that. Also, as well, you didn't have that on straight away.
But it
Okay.
starts recording before I
Okay.
turn it on.
And just make sure, okay, that does actually get kept, because I will be requesting a copy of that.
For a policing purpose, it can get kept. So I have
Okay.
to justify why I've kept.
No,
Yes, I do.
once I put in a request, okay, I had 30 days before it is actually deleted.
Correct.
Okay,
So if you put
and
a
it's
request
in that
I'll
time.
give it you.
okay, and it's in that time that I will request a copy of it.
Okay,
And that's why I said, okay,
But
please
other
make
than
sure.
a policing purpose, we can't save our body.
Okay.
It has to be for a policing purpose.
Okay. Yep.
Right?
And this is a policing purpose.
What's the purpose?
Okay, because we're having an interaction, okay, and if you actually look, or even on the Met Zone website, okay,
We don't record every interaction. with
I know
people.
you don't, but you are recording this interaction,
Yeah.
okay, and that's why I said I will request a copy of
No
it.
problem. But like I said, I can't save it unless it's for a policing
Yeah.
purpose, which is fine.
With staff there.
Alright?
Or
Yep, no
you
worries.
can call up 101, which I write on here, and you can say, I would like to make a complaint about this. Okay? Do you want to just find the chemicals? And they will be able to make a complaint for you on the phone. They'll be able to sort it out. Okay, and someone will contact you.
You are talking about on the telephone? Or
Yep. So if you call up on your phone 101 and just say, I'd like to make a complaint to the police.
So a
in regards
question,
to this
what are you
matter,
auditing now by just filming me
and then
listening to
this
these?
police station has your
I'm not
rights
listening
to
to
a
him.
No,
police station.
me listening to them. I am.
Okay?
So I'm asking, like, what's the purpose of
Because
you
there's no
filming me
actual,
just stood?
like, working front office
Just
here.
curious,
So
like,
make
I'm just
complaints.
curious why.
The complaints
Because
go on the phone,
you're
and the telephone number, which is
an
your
officer on duty, okay,
Yeah.
looking very unprofessional with your hands tucked in your actual body warmer.
Yeah?
Okay.
We're not allowed to put our hands in our pockets.
Yeah, I know. Well, that looks even worse.
But
That
we're
looks
allowed-
even worse.
That's fine. But we're allowed to do
Okay.
this. We're
Yeah, I
not allowed
know,
to
but
put our hands
it
in our
looks a lot
pockets.
worse. Trust me, it looks a lot worse.
Okay, that's fine, but we've got rules. I'm not allowed to put my hands in my pockets.
Okay.
They're a lot more accessible from here compared to down here.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of rules that are there. Okay, i.e. to do with
Here, you witness a surge of pressure as the situation takes a more chaotic shape. Reactions become more unpredictable, frustration reaches its peak, and the atmosphere feels charged with uncertainty. It's the moment where everyone watching can sense that something major is about to shift. The scene teeters between control and breakdown, making it impossible
the way that you also identify as well. Okay, it's like where you first actually just sort of dipped your shoulder and then pointed at your actual
But
number.
if you listen to the thing, I say that's my number 1171NA, and then you say, can you actually say it?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. You did not say your number,
I did.
okay?
You can
No,
watch
you did
back.
not.
That's
I
fine.
actually asked for your number.
But I'd already said it once.
No, you hadn't.
Okay, we can watch that back later. No worries. I mean, you've got it all on camera, so I wouldn't lie, would I? I said it. That's my number 1171NA, and you said, can you say it so we people can't wait? Fair
Yeah.
enough. But I'd already said it.
If you had said it, I would have heard it.
All right, that's no problem. So the reason you're recording me is because I've got my hands in my met vest. That's correct, yeah?
Well, I'm standing in public.
No, I'm just asking
I'm
what's
filming
the
in public.
purpose of filming me just stood. That's all.
Well, you're still here with me, okay? So I'm still filming.
Ready? Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good day. Take care. The ones that actually had the tattoos was all right, but the other one just there, that one there, nearest to me, what a moody cow she was. So she really didn't like that. So, and that is the state of affairs to do with the police. That is the state of affairs, and that's what we put up with. So, peeps, I think I'm now towards the end of this one, and you can see there.
This section delivers a dramatic swing in momentum. One side attempts to assert dominance through firm statements, while the other side pushes back harder than before. The clash becomes more tactical, less shouting, but more pointed words, calculated reactions, and strategic moves. It's the kind of confrontation where every line feels like it's carrying a hidden weight, and every reaction reveals more than the speaker intends.
You got these guys here that are out having their break, and their white bibs after doing their COVID test. So that's basically what they do.
This moment, the dispute hits another boiling point as emotions surge beyond restraint. The parties appear exhausted yet still fueled by a sense of being wronged, and the tone grows raw and unfiltered. You can feel the story tightening, like all previous chaos is now funneling toward a decisive outcome. It's tense, unpredictable, and gripping, especially as key claims and counterclaims collide. At this section begins to unravel the layers of the conflict as the conversation turns serious. The truth behind each statement becomes more important than the volume in which it's spoken. There is a noticeable shift toward justification, each side trying to validate their stance with urgency. The tension is still alive, but it's more focused now, almost investigative, drawing the audience deeper into the heart of the dispute. The final segment delivers the conclusion with intense clarity. The atmosphere is heavy but decisive as the situation reaches its inevitable closure. Reactions slow, voices settle, and the dust begins to clear, revealing what this entire clash has truly been about. It's a powerful ending, not because everything is resolved peacefully, but because the raw truth of the confrontation finally stands exposed. The viewer is left with a lingering sense of shock, insight, and reflection as the scene fades out.